Hi again, welcome back to App Authors. In this video, I'll be talking about brainstorming and giving you a few ideas and tricks for how to think of an app that you might like to create. Brainstorming is the second step in the design process. The first step is coming up with a problem that needs solving. Before you move on, pause and think about a problem that you'd like your app to solve. This could be something as broad as, I want an app that tells me about my favorite TV shows. Or you might want an app that gives you directions to your favorite local parks. Problems can be big or small, but remember the best apps try to solve problems. So let's get started. What is brainstorming? Brainstorming is a process of generating ideas. Make it a goal to come up with lots of ideas, so you'll have a lot of different things to think about and choose from. Some of your ideas might be silly, and that's totally okay. Goofy ideas can be good too. Keep track of all of your ideas along the way, because even the funny ones can lead to brilliant apps. There are a few different ways to brainstorm ideas, because sometimes it just feels like you've hit a brick wall and can't think of anything else. Well, I'm here to help you get past that brick wall. Here are 4 of my favorite brainstorming strategies. You could start by making a brainstorming web, or a mind map. In a mind map, you start with a main idea. Like in this example, time management is the main idea. Once you have your main idea, branch off in all directions with more ideas. It's okay if not all of them make sense. Let your mind go where it wants and just write the first things that come to mind. You can use pictures or words. And remember, this does not have to look beautiful. As long as you can read your ideas and understand what they mean, your brainstorming web is just for you. Also, if you have access to a smartphone or a tablet, the app Ideament is great for making mind maps, and you don't even have to draw. Another way to brainstorm ideas is to free draw or write. Do you ever find yourself doodling pictures or thoughts in your notebooks? I know I do. In this brainstorming strategy, take out a pencil, pen, crayon, marker, or even a paintbrush and just go for it. Doodle and write until you can't anymore. And don't hold back. Just let your mind wander. The goal is to get your mind moving and to get your ideas out on paper. And again, it's okay if what you're writing or drawing doesn't make any sense. Just get going. The thoughts that you have during this process might spark an idea you didn't even know you had. Also, if you decide to free draw or write, there are a ton of great mobile apps that you can create digital doodles with. One of my favorites is called Forge. Another way to brainstorm is to talk to your friends in a challenging conversation. You start by stating your main idea, like, I want to make an app to find local parks. Then a friend would start a sentence with, yes, and then another friend could push that idea further by saying, yes, but. So it would go something like this. I'm going to make an app to find local parks. Yes, and you could include addresses for the parks in your town. Yes, but how would you know which parks to include? This exercise is a great way to narrow down your ideas and get suggestions from your friends. One last brainstorming strategy is to use an online idea generator. Idea generators usually combine 2 random ideas. These 2 random things can be combined into one new idea. Here I'm using one idea generator. First, I typed in the first thing that came to mind, bubblegum. Then, this generator gave me a few silly sentences, words, and suggestions. Remember, this won't give you a direct idea for an app. Idea generators are just meant to get your mind moving. These goofy jokes might just lead you to an idea for an app. It's also just a lot of fun to play around with idea generators and see what you can think of. So after you do some brainstorming exercises, you might have a lot of ideas. Remember, the more ideas you can come up with, the better. Having just one idea can limit you, and it's always nice to have many ideas to fall back on. So now it's time to select your favorite idea and streamline your thoughts. You should start to narrow down what you want your app to do for your users. It's best if you can explain your idea in just one sentence. It's important that you can elevator talk your app. What I mean by elevator talk is that you should be able to explain your app in the amount of time it takes to share an elevator ride with somebody. In just one sentence, you should be able to describe what your app is, what problem it solves, and who it's for. And that's it. Now you know what brainstorming is, some tips for how to brainstorm ideas, and how to narrow down and streamline your ideas once you have them. The next step is designing your app. The app design process is composed of a few different steps, with a few different tutorials. So to get started, you should first check out my video that introduces you to paper prototyping and screen design.